Hey there, friends and enemies, Jopa here again, and today we got the pre-order trailer and official release date for Stellar Blade, a game that I think looks awesome from everything we've seen so far, and it's coming way sooner than I thought. I want to check out the trailer with you guys first, and then we'll go over the release date and all that kind of good stuff, because I'm really hyped about it. This game looks sick. Definite Bayonetta vibes. Oh, this looks like a vibe.
Welcome to the world of Stellar Blade. The story begins on post-apocalyptic Earth, where a mysterious enemy called the Naytiba has forced the human race to flee to an off-world colony. Players will take control of Eve, a member of the 7th Airborne Squad. Her mission is to save the planet by defeating the Elder Naytiba.
All we must do is complete the mission.
While most
I like how
of the
over the
Airborne
top this
squad
looks.
is lost during their descent from the colony, Eve soon meets two new companions. Adam, born on Earth, is in pursuit of an energy source called Hypercell.
Make sure to stay
Adam and
cautious.
Eve, really?
It's where the Alpha Naytiba is.
So this must be ADOS 7.
Lily, a member of the 5th Airborne Squad, provides engineering support.
Lily Artemis II. Then I can be your engineering support.
She puts her technical knowledge to use by upgrading Eve's equipment throughout the game.
Here, done.
Something does feel different.
This looks
is Zion,
interesting.
a city built underneath the wasteland by the last human survivors on Earth.
A whole city underneath the wasteland.
Eve is called Angel by the survivors and is an object of both awe and fear.
I'm not selling anything to you.
They'll seem a bit wary at first, but will gradually loosen up as Eve shows a commitment to rebuilding the city.
Oh, I like that.
Hello, Angel. How are you?
I see we have guests.
I can't believe the angel is here.
The survivors will sometimes ask Eve for help.
Please save my younger sister!
Wait right here.
It's like side missions.
Their requests will often lead her to the wasteland and the Great Desert. This place has been overrun by Naytibas and malfunctioning machines and robots.
A supply camp in a place like this.
You'll occasionally find supply stations set up by previous airborne squads. At each camp, Eve can purchase various consumable items. Acquire new skills.
I do like how
Upgrade
flashy the
equipment
combat
and more.
looks.
She can also take a well-deserved break to restore her health. Eve will often encounter people in need and other non-human beings who may need her help.
Request your assistance.
Whether to assist or ignore them is entirely up to the player. On her journey to
I wonder if
defeat
that'll
the Elder
affect
Naytiba,
the
Eve
storyline.
will sometimes encounter hostile survivors. Or
Oh, that beast.
something worse.
Eve, what are you going to do after you defeat the Alpha Naytiba?
All airborne squad members exist for one sole purpose.
You mean the extinction of all Naytibas, right? To think that the point of your existence is to snuff out another species.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is not an easy fight.
So I am a fan of how over the top this looks. This is why I was saying it kind of reminds me of Bayonetta, because of how flashy combat is, how they lean into it being a little bit outrageous, which I think is a good thing. Helps it stand out. We'll see how combat actually feels once we get hands on, though.
It's fine. I can do this alone.
It won't be easy.
Angel, that's the unofficial name for members of the Eve Airborne Squad.
I can feel the hatred, but I cannot feel the source.
Some of those bosses look kind of wild.
And I will make it pay.
Open it! It's windy!
No more lights to blind my eyes. Choose what you lose.
It's a collapse!
And now take up
The drone is different.
This is no longer the drone you knew.
God dang, some of those attacks look awesome.
so close to the goal. Headed to the
Also, that curved sword? What?
Now it's time together once more. Show me how to slow down.
It looks like there's going to be a variety of different play styles, I hope. As far as, like, depending on the sword you have. God, that's an ugly mug. A lot of big enemies to fight.
I'll keep through all time.
Very interesting. Very interesting. April 26th is crazy. I was not expecting that whatsoever. So that's just a couple months. We got a little bit of time before that does drop. Which, again, I'm quite surprised by. I thought this was going to be a middle to later in the year as far as when they announced that it was coming out in 2024. And we hadn't really seen a whole lot about it overall. Like, we've seen some snippets, but it looks really pretty. It looks really flashy. I do wonder about combat, the longevity of it, as long as we're able to really customize the player, customize Eve, and approach it however we want in a variety of different ways. And what I mean by that is essentially, if combat is the same for everybody, if it plays out exactly the same, it can get a little stale, it can get a little boring. So hopefully with upgrades and different abilities or whatever the case might be, you're able to adjust that playstyle just a little bit. But overall, I'm very excited about this game. I can't wait to finally get hands-on with it after hearing about it and then not knowing when the release date would be. So I'm glad it's confirmed for April. And yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think we have so many upcoming RPGs from February and leading from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and all these games, all the way through April. It's just stacked with RPGs and action RPGs as well. So I think I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to finally touch this game. And yeah, it looks absolutely tremendous. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I know this is a game that I'm pretty hyped about, but I understand why people might be hesitant from what we've seen so far, just because it feels like while it does have some interesting aspects to it, that I just don't know about the depth of this game at this point. So I'm very curious to see how they approach that overall. Anyway, my name is Jopa. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Helps me out tremendously. Shows you want to see more Stellar Blade content from me. I'll definitely cover the game as it does launch. Have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.